All right, and they're coming in. You know, Chris and I, we did a little bit of a reach-out effort. We have a blog, okay, on our website, and there are a few people that come in and comment on some of the posts, and they tend to be just a bit more liberal than me. And, you know, they come in, we have some debates back and forth, and to be honest, it usually degenerates into a lot of name-calling on their side. So we wanted to kind of get together and meet them and talk through some of this stuff and say, you know what, we're adults here. We can talk about this stuff, and we can come to, maybe not an agreement, but at least clarity where we stand. All right, and so what they were saying, they were talking about the public option and the need for competition, and they're agreeing with us on that. All right, so the problem is, and as I explained back to him here, you know, we agree. We think there's a need for competition, and they conceded the point that we talked about tort reform and being able to buy insurance across state lines as being important. And, you know, what I explained back to them was, you know what, here's what we're afraid of. Those are the #1 most important options. You even agree with that, and they're not on the table right now. Okay, instead you're talking about a public option with a mandate for us to buy it. Okay, forgive me for not trusting you when you're not paying any attention to the 2 most important reforms we can make. And so, you know what? We're going to keep up the fight, because this is not over yet. This is just the beginning. We are going to fight the Senate. We are going to make our voices heard. We are going to do everything we can to prevent them from getting that 60th vote. And in the House of Representatives, those like Steve Driehaus who have made promises on that, we're going to force them to live up to their promises. You know, and on the off chance we fail, you guys may have heard I'm running for the State House. Okay, I'm going to do what I can in the state of Ohio to fight back against the federal government. Because I got news for them again. Okay, it was the states that created the federal government and not the other way around. Because the government that is important is the government that governs as close to the people as possible. Okay, I mean, think about it. So we've got, I mean, you hear about local government corruption all the time. Okay, I mean, you hear about that here in the city of Cincinnati. You've got some stuff going on up in Butler County. And, you know, in the city of Mason, one of the things that's a big issue over there, they've got this community center losing money right now, okay, that was paid for out of public funds, and their solution to that was to expand it. All right, so if we can't hold local government accountable, what makes you think we can exercise that kind of influence on people thousands of miles away in Washington, D.C.? Okay, that's why our founding fathers were so wise. It's why they set up a system of government where the 10th Amendment actually said, all the powers not written into the Constitution are hereby left to the states or to the people. Well, Washington, D.C., you know what? We're here to take those powers back. Can you hear us now? So thank you for taking your time today. And, you know, we did invite Mr. Driehaus to come down and give us his opinion on this stuff, but his scheduler did respond to the initial email, and she said, you know what, we're going to check the schedule and get back to you. I'm still waiting. Okay, but the good thing is, all right, is that we have something better. Okay, we invited his opponent in the 1st Congressional District. Because I'll tell you, you know, if Steve Driehaus can't listen to the people, he deserves to be replaced. And over here, I've got the man who is going to replace him in 2010, Mr. Steve Shabbat.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike.